Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I haven't done a video in my car, like chit chat with you guys in a little while. So I did want to do a cute little just Q&A chat with me. Let's catch up. Let's have breakfast together. I'm just having a licuado. I don't know why it looks like, it literally looks so bad. But I wanted to just chat with you guys. I went on Instagram and I did ask you guys to send me some questions and just basically catch up. So with my licuado today, I'm actually having strawberries, berries, bananas, oats, apple, spinach, and kale. I think that's the kale's what's making it look kind of brown, or the oats. But fun fact, I actually do not eat strawberries and berries. Like berries, the berries family. It's not like the fruit that I gravitate toward. I'm more of a like pepinos, mangoes, grapes kind of girl. Like those are like my favorite fruits, probably all the sugary ones. So I've been incorporating more berries into my meals because I actually went to go do a physical. I went to go do my yearly physical. I booked my appointment for myself, Ulises, and all of the kids for us to just get like our checkups, to get dentist appointments, all of that good stuff. And my test came back great. I was actually a little worried about my liver because you guys know I have no gallbladder. And for all of my no gallbladder girlies, if you guys have no gallbladders, make sure you guys are checking your guys' livers because you could develop like fatty liver. That's why I mentioned to you guys that it's important to do like the enzymes and all of that good stuff because of fatty livers. So because, I'm gonna roll the window down. So because of that, I was really excited that my liver was perfect. It was great, but my cholesterol was a little elevated. My LDL, which is like the bad cholesterol, it was like slightly elevated. Nothing concerning, like they're not trying to put me on medication or anything. But when I did see that, I was like, I have health anxiety, so you guys already know, like I'm always worried about my health. So the fact that like I've always had great, test results, and I got like that little one that just kind of, I don't know, it made me like hyperventilate a little bit. So I was like, oh my God, I was like, okay, I'm not trying to, get like high cholesterol. My mom has had high cholesterol since she was 35. I'm 33. So I don't know if it's genetic. I know that it could be. I know that it could also be stress related. I stress all the time. I was just a little worried. And like I said, it wasn't anything concerning. My overall cholesterol was right on track, but it was like that LDL that was like slightly elevated, that like basically the good cholesterol was not balancing out the bad cholesterol. So I just need to incorporate some good cholesterol in my meals because I have too much bad cholesterol. And I also think it has to do something with my gallbladder because I'm not digesting fats. But that's why when they say like doctors, when they say that you're going to live a normal life without a gallbladder, it was a lie. So to all my gallbladder girlies, this is your chance to please listen to me when I tell you. Oh, please take care of your guys' selves and take your enzymes, take your bile X, your ox bile, so that way you guys can digest your fats, especially if you are a foodie like me and you guys love french fries and fried fruits and pizza and pasta. Like that is my weakness. But anyways, that's like my first rant of the morning because I wanted to share that with you guys, kind of where I'm at with like my health, like all of that good stuff, because I know I get the most questions about my gallbladder. That was like number one questions on there. My gallbladder, how am I feeling, how am I doing? My gallbladder has been honestly great. I feel like my bowel movements have been a little weird. Like I go through phases of like constipation, and then I have phases through where like I have the runs, and I think the ox bile is like trying to regulate me because I don't have the runs anymore, but I am seeing that I'm not having enough fiber. Again, that's why we're incorporating apples and fibered foods, oats, like stuff like that. I also started eating avocado, and you guys know I hate avocado. I know, don't hate me. I've never liked avocado, but I'm starting to adjust to the texture of the avocado, and now I'm also incorporating avocado in my diet. So yeah, fun fact. So ultimately, I hope that this is a positive, change for me, because not only is it to make sure that I'm bettering my health, but also I'm excited to see what the benefits of me prioritizing this is going to be, which is, my skin, maybe losing weight, like balancing my hormones, all that good stuff. Like I feel like it's going to be really important in my diet. So yeah, fun fact. Our first fun fact of the day. Sorry, I just poured that to you guys. Okay, but I did see that was like number one question. Let me go back to my to my questions. Okay, another question was, how do you balance mom life, wife life, CEO life, family, being a friend, all at the same time? And girl, I don't know how I do it myself. And remember I was telling you guys on my last vlog that I was feeling really tired and really exhausted. And I feel like my body was definitely telling me to slow down, like take a breather. I feel like my anxiety was starting to kind of cripple up on me. It was definitely starting to kind of like creep up, you know, like randomly. And I was starting to notice it because I have been, you know, not anxiety free, but I have not been like having like panic attacks or anything like that for quite some time. And I did start noticing maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was feeling very like that feeling of feeling just very overwhelmed, and it was making me really anxious, and I just was not liking the feeling. And I definitely feel like I just put a lot of like work overload on myself because I'm so used to being able to do it. I am not a panicker. Like, I'm a panicker because of my anxiety, but I am not a panicker when I'm overwhelmed. Like, you know, there's people that when they're overwhelmed and like you give them a task, or you give them like maybe 3 tasks at the same time, and they panic and they're like, oh my god, like I can't do this. Like, I say it because like I've had a couple of people like in my life that were like, I'm like, relax, you're okay, like you got this, you know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people who they tend to just panic a lot. I don't even know how to explain it. They just panic more. I panic about random dumb shit. Like, my heart rate is going up. Like, am I gonna die? Like, it's like mental. My panic is mental. It's not like survival. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But I'm not a panicker, you know? So like, I know that I can do the tasks. Like, I know that I could give myself 10 things to do. I feel like I could do the impossible, okay? Like, you tell me that I have to do 10 things that day, I will do those 10 things, okay? It's not healthy though. It's definitely not healthy. It's not good for me. I put too much on my plate, and I feel like when I started feeling like the anxiety kind of crippling up on me, I made the decision that I felt like I needed to, that this was like its way of my body telling me like, slow down, you know? And with Lent happening, like you guys know I am Catholic, just add a little bit more to like let go and let God, you know? And I feel like I've never done that. I'm somebody who loves to take control. I'm somebody who feels like I need to know all the answers. I need to take care of it. I want to put 20 things on my plate. I want to be fucking super mom. I do so much that I'm like, okay, you need to slow down and just let life happen and stop trying to take control. And this is in all aspects of my life. You know, when I had anxiety, I just kind of like accepted it, and it's good, you know, to accept it, but I feel like you don't have to be an anxious person. And I feel like a lot of that comes from just letting my worries be God's worries. Not that he's worried, but like me just letting go and understanding that it's okay to not feel okay sometimes, and it's okay to not have to overthink every single thing that happens in your life, and just trusting that everything is going to be okay, because at the end it will be okay. Okay, like I have had so many moments where I feel like I can't do something, or I'm like panicking. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. And it always ends up happening. It always ends up working out, you know? So I feel like I always have to remind myself. But as far as like how I balance it all, I'm still trying to learn, you know, a way that helps me balance everything. I just feel like I try my best to do it, and I do try to show up for everybody as much as I can. But sometimes it's okay to show up for you, you know, and just take some of that pressure off. So with that being said, something that does help me obviously is just planning. I am a planner. I am a huge planner. I write everything down. I just plan my days, plan my weekends, plan our activities. Max and Camila does cheer. Max does baseball. Camila is also going to be starting horseback riding soon. So our schedules are going to be really, really busy. Max is going to be starting travel ball. We're actually going to sign him up for a summer league. And I'm really excited. I'm just excited to do those things. But with work, I'm just trying to like balance personal life and work life. But yeah, if it looks super easy on my end, just know I'm an anxious queen and I'm trying my best, okay? I'm trying my best. Okay, next question. What do you think career-wise you would do if social media didn't work out? I don't know. I feel like I'm very creative. Like, I feel like I would love to maybe like flip homes, like home interior designing. I would totally do like decor, like party decor. Mateo is watching me trying to film a video, and Mateo, let me show you guys where Mateo's at. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you guys. Look at it. Don't be an Ulises. Ulises is a cranky pants. Okay? This is why my kids say that I'm joy and he's anger. It's because I'm also so nonchalant about everything. I'm like, I feel like I went from a type A personality to type B. I'm like, it's cool. It'll figure itself out. Why don't you wear your wedding ring anymore? Okay, so a lot of you guys have actually been worried about me not wearing my wedding ring. I usually wear my Cartier band, and Ulises and I have matching Cartier bands. We have matching Cartier bands, and I haven't put it on, but it's inside. But I always wear my Cartier band. You guys will always see it. I don't wear my actual wedding ring because, fun fact, I don't know where my ring is at. I was trying to be funny and take my ring off and tell Ulises that I was ready for an upgrade, and tell me why in the process of all of that, I don't know where I left my wedding ring. I'm starting to think that maybe he's trying to like mess with me and like he has it, but I've asked him so many times and he confirmed that he does not have it. So I don't know where it's at. I'm hoping that there's upgrade in the near future. But yeah, I usually have my Cartier band, and like I said, me and Ulises have matching love bands. Next question. Tips on keeping a marriage alive. Honestly, just spending some time together aside with the kids. Me and Ulises are together every day, okay, guys? Like, we wake up together, we go to sleep together, we go to work together, we go shopping together, we take a shit together, and I'm just kidding. We are together 24/7, and I love it. He loves it. Like, I mean, I hope he loves it. He tells me he loves to be with me, you know? So I feel like we spend so much time together. I honestly don't feel like we even spend a lot of time apart, unless we're having like, he's having like a boys' day, or I'm having like a girls' day with my friends, like dinner, stuff like that. But for a long period of time, we don't really spend a lot of time separately from each other. And I don't know, I feel like I love being with him, and I feel like we do appreciate each other's company. He tries to make life super easy for me. I try to make life as easy as I can for him. But we definitely do prioritize a lot of time without the kids, because like 80% of the time, 90% of the time, 100% of the time, the kids are with us, and I feel like that could get a little hard. But like date nights together, sometimes we put the kids in the playroom and we'll just have them like watch a movie while like him and I watch something separate, stuff like that, to just kind of like keep that spark going, you know, like letting them know that you're still there as your spouse is important. Worst year, week, or day of your life? You know, I feel very fortunate that I have never gone through like loss, you know, stuff like that, because I do feel like things like that change somebody drastically. Your whole completely, like, your life is altered. I feel like my worries are always so minimal. I complain about some of the dumbest shit sometimes, honestly. But for sure the worst time was probably around the time where Mateo was like having his febrile seizures, and it was just like a lot of moments of feeling like I was losing him and then not losing him, and then feeling like I was losing him and not losing him. Because if you know, when kids have febrile seizures, like, you literally feel like you are losing your child right in front of your eyes, and it's the scariest experience. But honestly, like, I feel like my worries are definitely so minimal to like what other people go through, you know? But I feel like that's probably some of the worst times that I've had. What's the hardest thing about being a mom? The hardest thing about being a mom for me is the guilt of feeling like I'm not doing enough, you know? Even though I know that I'm probably doing the best that I can and doing everything that I can for my kids, I genuinely feel like I feel guilty, you know? I feel guilty. And I'm with my kids every day, 24/7, you know? Like, they never leave my sight. But I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing enough sometimes. I feel like I wish I could do more. I wish I could just spend more time with them when I'm with them all the time. But like, I feel like time where it's dedicated time, you know, not just because my body's there with them, I'm there with them, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like that's the hardest thing for me about being a mom, that I feel like I don't do enough. What do you do to stay fit? Well, I have been working out. Ulisa's actually setting up a whole system. I bought this whole cute system. And I say cute because it's pink. It's so cute. It's a pink, like, it has like pink weights. It's all black, but it has pink weights, and I thought it was so adorable. So I got the Smith machine, and then I got, I think it's like the leg press. I think it's a leg press. No, not leg press. It's the one that like you sit on and then you go like this to your legs. Maybe it's the leg press. And then, yeah, I'm starting to just work out, like do a lot of cardio. I do cardio because I do like to like lean out. And just doing weights. I do a lot of weights on my lower body just because I want like my ass to thigh ratio to match. But just staying active. We do a lot of walks too. We walk around the neighborhood, stuff like that. Ulisa's impatiently waiting for me. Just unlocked anxiety. It takes control, and I'm doing the best that I can. Any advice? Honestly, I'm so sorry that you just discovered anxiety and that this just happened, because you know that trend where it's like it can all just poof, da, na, na, poof, da. Like I see so many where they're like, when you get that one panic attack that random day and you've never been the same since. And I feel like that's the sad reality of having anxiety. You're never going to be the same again. You know, you can get your life back as far as like managing symptoms and living with it, all that good stuff. But you're definitely not going to be that person who did not know what anxiety was before. I feel like once you know what it is and what the feeling is, and it comes with like bodily symptoms, it's really hard. But I will tell you that it gets better. And if you just discovered it and you're barely going through it, it's going to take some time. But the best advice I could give to you is just surrender to it. You know what I mean? Like, try to not pay attention to it, because anxiety wants you to worry. You know, when you worry, you're causing it to get fueled, you know? And if you ignore it, and I know it's so hard to ignore it, trust me, I am Google, okay? Like, I Google everything. For Lent, I actually gave up Googling my symptoms, because I will literally like feel something. I'm like, oh my God, a ball. Why is there a ball in my head? Oh my God, my heart rate. Why is my heart rate going up? Why, when I stand, my heart rate goes up? Why am I, like, I have self-diagnosed myself with every single chronic illness, every single cancer, everything. I have self-diagnosed myself with everything for the past 10 years, okay? And I'm here. I'm right here, you know? And it's like, I have lived my whole life trying to find something wrong with me that I don't enjoy and live my life. And I feel like that's the best advice I can give you, is just don't let it win, you know? Don't focus on it. If you wake up and you feel dizzy that day, just try your best to get up and just you know, go about your day. You know, exposure therapy is going to be the best thing for you to do. Like, if you're somebody who's avoiding certain situations, don't avoid them. Go, you know, go to the party, go to the event, you know, go to Target, because like, you're not going to faint at Target randomly. You know, that was like one of my fears, that I'm like, oh my God, if I was to pass out by myself and have my kids, like, what would happen? Nothing would happen. I was just worried about something that didn't happen, you know? So it's like, you have to try to just breathe and just not think about it. And if you're in the middle of a panic attack, something sour or something like salty will definitely take you out of that. Realize, like, it'll get you back into like yourself. Okay. Why do you go for LA sports teams being from Stockton? So I actually get that a lot whenever I post that I'm a Laker fan. If you're new here, I've actually always been a Laker fan, and my girls know that from the start. Like, I've always been a Lakers fan. And my majority of my dad's side of the family, actually all of my dad's side of the family, I only have my dad's side of the family here. My mom's side of the family, they're all in Mexico. So I do have a lot of family in Stockton, like mixed around like cousins, aunts, but immediate dad's family, like his brothers, his sisters, stuff like that, they're all from LA. My dad and my mom, they actually used to live in Pasadena. And then all of my family are from like Arleta, like the San Fernando Valley, Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, like all of that area. So growing up, we actually spent all of our summers, so many vacations in LA. Like, LA was where we were at all the time, because all of my dad's brothers, when my dad moved back, when he moved to Stockton, all of his brothers stayed. He was the only one from the brothers that left to Stockton. I don't know why. I think he had like a job over there. So here in LA, all of his brothers stayed. So growing up, that's all we knew, you know, just coming to LA, coming to LA, coming to LA. So my very first like basketball game was the Lakers, and all of my family was all Laker fans because that's who I grew up with. So it was kind of like instilled in me, you know, to be a Lakers fan. As far as like other sports, I am not a sport fan of like any other sports. I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch it. However, now Max, because he is in baseball and he's developing a love for the sport, he became a Dodgers fan. Like, he likes the Dodgers. So then that just kind of like, since we live out here, I'm like, okay, well, I've never been like a Giants fan or an A's fan, Oakland A's or anything like that. So I don't know, it just kind of like stayed with me. And then as far as football, I mean, we're 49er fans. I don't watch football, but my family likes the 49ers. So like, I support the 49ers. I'm not like a Rams fan or anything from here from LA, but I do get a lot of questions about that. But I am a hardcore Laker fan, okay? So don't come for me. But yeah, my camera is overheating. It doesn't want me to spill any more tea. So thank you guys so much for catching up with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have any more questions, definitely let me know. I want to do these more often and just talk about specific subjects. We can just like have a little lunch moment, like during my lunch I can talk to you guys about something else happening, updating you guys, catching you guys up on life. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.